Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Eden Crafters. We are on Pyraxis and we're advancing. As I opened this save, we got the message that a task had been completed. So if we go into the planet's analyzer, there we go. So we managed to do the fertilization and now they want us, ground fertilization seems complex on this planet. To develop new solutions, build a research base in a hot area using a reinforced compartment with 5 data centers. Okay, well, I know where there's a hot area because we visited one in the previous episode, and that is over on that end where I want to set up the tech factory. And let's see what we need for the reinforced compartment. Well, I don't have it yet. So that is something that I'm hoping that we will get soon. There are a couple of things that we can do. And one of them is get some power sorted out. I would like to get this rock deposit scanner. It's not absolutely essential right now. And I also want to set up the basalt refining so we can get that going, and probably another factory or two around. Anyway, there's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. Right, first things first. Let's get, yep, we have enough that we can get 3 energy cells, so those will be crafted, and those are done. We have access to the nuclear energy cell, but that requires refined uranium, and we don't see uranium on the map yet. But we also get a ship platform, and I think that is probably what we need to put down first. There it is. What do we need? Iron beams. No problem. I'll just go and make a bunch. Now that those are done, let's put our platform down, and we can put that nicely tucked away. Let me get myself out of the way here, and I'd like this to join up. There we go. Perfect. We're going to need a controller. We're going to need stairs. Stairs, easy. Just put them off to the side. I think I got that right. Yep. So let's head in, and we're going to need a computer. We're actually going to need a bunch of computers. So let me do this grind. I'll make a whole bunch of circuit boards because we'll need computers for all of the assemblers that we're going to be building. And while I'm here, in the previous episode, I made a whole bunch of gold ingots. Because I wanted to make gold wire and I was looking in the wrong place. Gold wire is made in the assembler. Needs rubber. So let me get some rubber done. Right, I have the rubber, so I'll make as much golden wiring as I can. And I needed that because I needed sensor arrays, but definitely don't have enough. So for now, we can stash that away. And then we need to put down our controller and use this to recall the ship, which is now here. There we go. Awesome. And we can go tab and we can drop our energy cells into our spaceship. Awesome. We can now fly. But before we fly, I think we need to sort out the basalt because I have a feeling that's going to unlock some stuff. And under next objectives, yes, it does unlock floor panels and basalt concrete, but I think there may be something after that. I'm not sure. So we'll need a miner and we have everything that we need for that. We will need a refiner. We need rotors. And we'll need another 4 rotors because we're going to need 2 water extractors as well. So 5 rotors. And I have everything I need for 5 rotors. Excellent. Here we go. Oh, wait. Before I leave, I did use a lot of the rubber. So I am going to reconnect this line going into the warehouse. So let's break this belt out and just plug that back in. And then all the organic will go into the warehouse so that we have some available. Right. So I'm going to head out over this way. As you can see, we have some greenery over there. Very nice. And we've got a bunch of basalt right over here. So I'm going to set up the basalt facility on this level. Then we'll just tie it into this warehouse. I think I have a slot for it. I need 2 slots for it because we need a lot of basalt. So, yep, I've got slots for it. So first we need the miner. And we can place it right there. And we don't need anything splitting off it because we don't need the raw basalt for anything. So let's grab our drone and line up the refinery just like that. Put the belt in, and then we're going to need to add a hub. Make sure that I've got that nicely lined up. That looks good, and we'll pipe that into there, and 2 water extractors. So 1 there, and then on the other side, we'll have 1 over there. And we'll pipe those in just like that. Good. We need to set this to basalt concrete, and then we can run our belt. And what I will do is try and bring this up a little, line that up bring this up and around, and I think that's in line, and we can put that straight in. Okay, I just followed the lines of the others. It wasn't exactly in line. That's okay. We have basalt, and that is off the list now. We really do need the material analyzer, but for that we need a whole bunch of gold wire, and we haven't found much gold. Oh, and somewhere along the line I did miss this reinforced compartment, so we do have them. So, maybe we take a little flight when it's got misty now. Not great weather conditions for our first little trip out. Oh, one thing I did forget before we go. I wanted the basalt concrete going into 2 ports. And I'll just grab a little oxygen before, and we'll head up here, and we'll just split the lines somewhere around here. So that is... I wonder if that's going to work. Conveyor splitter. I'm going to have to remove some of this. That's fine. Okay, so that's going to go about there. I hope I got the other side. No, I didn't, but that's fine. Plug that in there, and that in there, and then we're going to bring this one out and just wind it to... Oh boy, if I could get it straight. Come on. About there. And then that runs straight in. Not neat, but it is working. Good. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, it's night time. Good time to go into super hot areas. Now, I didn't check if we have cooling modules available yet, so I'm going to have a quick look and see. If we have cooling modules, that's great, because we're going to definitely need them. No, we don't. Not yet. Right, I have circuit boards, I have a couple of computers, and pretty much everything else is in the warehouses. I'm going to drop off the stuff I don't need to be carrying with me. So the rock and the diamond, don't really need the rubber. I think I'm probably going to need... I don't think I need rotors. No, I don't. And then while I'm here, maybe just make a little bit more food. Good, I'm ready. Let's go for our first flight. So we hop in and we lift off and we turn, and we're going to go over there. I think that is a hot area. And by going over there, we will solve 2 problems. So I'll park over on this side. Oh, I didn't actually check what we needed for those. Oh, we need steel alloy. Oh my word. I don't have alloy. Oh gosh, and we need gold as well. Well, let's check the map. Ah, we did unlock gold locations, and oh, there's one over there, and it's very far away. We've got one over there. Now, this is actually a very interesting area. Although we don't have quartz over here, we do have gold and cobalt. Oh no, it's not osmium. But we got gold, we've got a couple of large iron deposits, we've got a fair bit of copper, because we're going to need to put copper ingots into storage as well. Actually, that might not be a bad area. Alright, but first, we need to head back, and we'll take a low flight over the lava and try and get a decent landing. Oh, well, wasn't perfect, but we're here. And if I'm not mistaken, the batteries are recharging. Perfect. So we need to unlock some stuff, and not entirely sure how to do that. We're needing sensor arrays quite a lot. So we definitely need to get gold. And we may as well set up an osmium mine as well. So yeah, maybe we'll do a first reconnaissance visit out to that location. If I go to my map and I right click in this area, it'll put a marker on my compass at the top, and then we can take a flight over in that direction. Is that in this little valley over here? That's pretty nice. This is a really, really nice flat area. Okay, I see all the nodes. Okay, so we're parked. Okay, extreme temperatures. Wow, very extreme. Can I use my drone from in here? No, I can't. Where's that gold node? Let's go and park right next to it. So I'll hop out and immediately go and put down a miner. Well, this is going to take me out very quickly. Ooh. Okay, that's in. Okay, I'm in my ship, and I need to eat to repair myself a little. Now, we don't have any power here yet, but that can be easily solved by spamming down a few of those geothermal little plants. And now that I'm healthy again, let's hop out and just do that over here. And hope that this cools things down just a little bit. And let's see if I can grab some gold out of here before I die. Wow, it's a little slow. Oh, wait. Look at that, temperature's dropping. Yeah, temperature's dropping pretty quickly. And if we get out again, it's at 50 degrees. It's not killing us anymore. So that's good. Let's see if we can put down a living compartment. Yep, it works. Okay, it's still really hot, but at least the living compartment is not getting destroyed. So yeah, there we go. We've got lots of gold now. So maybe I'll start doing some gold processing here. So we'll need a forge. Now, let's see if we need to split this. So just as a test, I'll drop a little bit of gold in and make ingots. What does that mean? I need more. Oh no, that's sulfur. Man, missed the plot completely. Where's the gold? Oh, this is all sulfur. I don't know why I thought it was gold. My goodness. So that is the large gold deposit way up there. All right, well, I'm apparently mining sulfur here as well. Well, that'll be useful, possibly. But this is a good area. Well, let's get out of here. Wrong place. So if we go to the map, where I actually want to go is up here. So marker set. There's no other gold around, right? So the sulfur and the gold are so close in color. And I don't remember there being 2 sulfur nodes out this area. That's fine. Actually, while I'm here, I think maybe I could put down one of those radars. Analysis radar, and what am I missing? Oh gosh, rotors and antennas, huh? Forget it. I do need to automate those. Anyway, let's get out of here and head to the actual gold deposit, which is way up in the mountains. Okay, I think I just passed it. Where the heck is it? Hang on, map. It's right over here. It's not over the mountains. I should be right over it. There it is. Wow. That is difficult to spot. So let's set down somewhere. Well, this is not going to be an easy place to build. Okay, well, I suppose that's as good a parking as I'm going to find. So high temperatures, 63. Let's get down here. I think I'm going to go this way. Let me eat some food so that I stay healthy. And we're going to spam a few of those little machines down around this area. And we'll wait for that to do something. All right, the temperature's dropped to 49. So that worked pretty quickly. Yeah, I definitely need the bulldozer. And the temperature's down to 41. That is acceptable. So we'll put a little living compartment down over here. And then we can build a workbench. No, we can't because we don't have iron ore. But that's not really what we need. We need the assembly bench. I'll shove that in there. Let's go and fetch some gold. Oh, good. We've got a whole bunch now. And we don't have the rubber. And I actually do need to find a little bit of iron ore because I need to make the ingots. Actually, no, I don't need to make the ingots. I can just make the ingots. So we'll stick a forge down over there. We're going to come back and neaten this place up, I reckon. And the forge should automatically start. Yep, there you go. Gold ingots. And just for now, maybe I'll put a little tier 1 warehouse in. We don't have the stuff for a T2 yet. Although, yeah, we could have. If I'd... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a tier 2. Just for the stack size improvement. So tier 2 needs iron beam. Oh, I need a lot of iron beams. This might take a while. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'll break this down again later. This is only going to be for one product right now, so might also help us to flatten an area. So just a regular old T1. We'll stick it in over here. We'll grab a belt and go from there and straight into there. Now we'll have gold ingots in stock. So let's head back to the main base, which is just down over there. I love flying these spaceships. It's very, very cool. Very, very nice. And if we get everything right, we can actually make a decent landing. There we go. So I do need to set up a rubber facility. Right now I am doing a bit of organic over here, but a rubber facility is a little bit bigger. And we're going to need a whole bunch of greenhouses. We have everything we need for greenhouses. We will need some rotors. So I think I'm going to do 4 greenhouses. That'll get us started. I think the ideal is like 5 or 6, but that's fine. So we'll need 8 rotors, which means I do need to make some rubber. I think I did put a little bit away. Not very much. Yeah, like 1 piece. So let me get that all sorted. And with those done, I can do a bunch of rubber belts. And then I'm going to need the circuit boards. 30 of them. So I'm just going to do another 30. Actually, what the heck am I doing? Got the wrong thing pinned. Yeah, I don't need all of that stuff. I do need rotors. And I've got rubber belts. I have enough to do 10. Good, the rotors are done. I don't think there's anything else that I need to take with me. I'm quite okay. So I'm going to go to that big flat area up at the top there. And that's where I'm going to do the rubber facility. And I've got this extra port on this warehouse close to the copper. So that will be great. I'll be able to feed into that. Right, so we've got this great big open area. Let's pull out the drone. And let's see how we're going to line these guys up. So it's basically 1 water pump to each of these. So I'm going to pipe the water pump straight into them. I'll do them like this and try and get them sort of lined up. That should be good. And then the water pumps, that's going to be too close, isn't it? No, that's all right, because I can do this. And that is the water pumps. I will just pipe them in, and that is all 4 of them piped in. Good. Now we're going to need to merge, or wait. The production on these, I need to put a parts producer in, and I can't remember, the production rate on these is 60 per minute. These parts producers, if you put rubber into them, that's not going to, no wait, we need to put organic into them. So that's wrong. Grab a bit of organic out of here, put it into a parts producer, tell it to make some rubber, and it's doing 60 per minute. Oh, but it's doing 60 per minute. Hang on, let me check that again. All right, it is producing 60 per minute, but it's using 5 to make 60. So I do need another, to make it really efficient, I do need a 5th greenhouse. No, that's fine. I just need to merge all of these together. Let's remove this, and I should probably be watching my oxygen. So before I do this next stage, let's just go and top up. All right now it's going to be a bit of a problem. Just thinking about it, our belts currently only do 60 per minute, if I'm correct. Yeah, okay, so we are going to have to suck it up and do parts producer for each one. So we'll just line them up like this, and I am out of, oh gosh, iron beams. My word, not a big problem. I'll just put an assembler into this little building over here and grab a bunch more. So, assembler in the back, and just queue up a bunch of iron beams. And now that we have the iron beams, I'm going to run out and finish those parts producers and see if I can line them up relatively well. So that will go like that. And then I got further and further away. So let's belt in. Now, if we had faster belts and we had 5 of these domes, like if we could transport 300 per minute, we could pump this all into one parts producer, which would push out 60 per minute. But now, these are producing 60 per minute, and effectively the parts producers are only going to be able to produce 12 per minute. So I'll set all those recipes. That'll be 48 per minute, which we can then get 24 belts per minute. Right, so now merging time. And I'm going to merge 2. So let's just use this merger over here, and we'll pull it out a little. Belt that into there and that into there. And then we're going to need another merger over here somewhere. So we can put this on the same line. That's okay. Bring that out into there, that into there. And then we're going to need one more parts producer. Head that in that direction. Throw that in there. And then set this to rubber belts. Oh, wait. I needed one more merger. So let's just remove that. This merger can go around there. We can belt this one in, if I can straighten it to there. That goes in, and then this one will need to do a little jig. Turn this corner as tight as possible. So right there, that's quite a tight bend, and then plug that into there. Then we can do the parts producer. So that goes in there, and now we'll have all the rubber coming through. And we just need to belt that in there. Set this recipe to the belts, grab a belt out, and plug that in there. Good. Now we'll have rubber belts coming out, so it makes it a lot easier to make the rotors. Superb. I missed an opportunity to start mining osmium as well, near the gold, or on that side was near the sulfur, or where I thought was gold. Yeah, there's, oh, that's never mind, that's cobalt. Yeah, we haven't unlocked the ability to scan for osmium as yet. But there you go, our valley's looking good. Should probably get oxygen though. And probably some food. That would be good. And I think over on that side there's a fair bit of copper as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's copper, and it's quite a flat area, a relatively flat area. So I could actually start rotor production over there. Maybe I should do that. And there's also 2 large iron deposits close by. So I could make the iron beams there and get that factory out of the way as well. But we have gold now, so I think I could probably get that planet analyzer sorted out. And just for fun, I'm going to add a back door, and we'll make it a glass door. There we go. That looks good. Yeah, I didn't realize how close I made this. I can get through, but it doesn't look good to have to go through there. Rather go through the back door. So let's have a look at that recipe. We need 2 microscopes and 2 sensor arrays. The microscopes need sensor arrays. So we need 4 sensor arrays. That means we need a whole bunch of gold wiring, which is an absolute piece of cake. Oh, wait, hang on. Ah, yes, I did need to store the rubber. not just the rubber bands. That was what I was actually wanting to do, store the rubber, and then I went and made them into rubber bands. Anyway, let me go and pick up some rubber. Jeez, what a pain. Well, we are getting a lot of rubber bands, and this is starting to back up. I wonder if it's worthwhile just putting down another setup like this, because we do need a setup to make rubber bands, although the rubber bands are only really used in the rotors, and well, we don't need rotors. Hang on, let me cut this off. I'm going to take out the rubber bands. I don't think the rubber bands are used in anything but the rotors, unless I'm wrong. Oh, look at that, we've got so many, and my storage is full. Well, almost. Just waiting for the last few to come through. Almost there. That doesn't mean that I can't connect this, so we'll get that plugged into there. Now we'll be storing rubber. Gosh, I'm looking forward to getting the faster belts. And that, I believe, is the last of the rubber bands, and the rubber will come through now. So yeah, I'll do the rotor facility over that side. And first build a locker. I'm going to keep them oriented the same, like that. I can still access them, so it's fine. And we'll get rid of that stuff and all the other stuff that I don't need to be carrying. I have 2 computers, that should be fine. I need to make a bunch of rotors. And... wait, I had a whole bunch of rubber belts on me. Let's go and get a bunch. I'm going to turn those into rotors. Look at that. Right, now we need to make sensor arrays, and we're going to need 4 of them. So that's 12 antenna. Okay, we'll get those done. Those are done, and I'm going to need a bunch of gold wire. So let me just queue up, I don't know, a lot. Right, that is the gold wiring done. Yeah, that's what we need the copper ingots for. And also, we have insulation layers. I'm going to get some of those, because I think we're going to need them in a moment. Cool, those are done. So we need 2 microscopes. And I thought I'd made the... Oh, I haven't made the sensor arrays, I made the wire. So we need 4 sensor arrays. So we'll get those queued up. Those are done. Now I should be able to do... yes, I'm going to need 2 microscopes. That means I need to make some more computers as well, so that we can build assemblers. Good, I think I have everything I need to get the material analyzer in. There it is. Oh, that needs another 2 sensor arrays. Good lord. That means I need another bunch of antenna. And I should probably just make a whole bunch of them, because we're going to need them for the radars that we need to put down. And then 2 more sensor arrays. So the idea is to get everything here automated. Well, just about. I mean, we don't need to automate controllers. But the other stuff, yes. And we'll get to the osmium goodies as soon as we've unlocked the ability to find some of their nodes. And now I can build a material analyzer. And where should I put this guy? We will put it over on this side. Right there. Okay, and now we can scan sulfur ore. So we're analyzing that, and that will hopefully unlock more goods for us. It has. We've unlocked the battery. We've unlocked the high-capacity oxygen tanks. The steamroller. Perfect. Obviously the wheel. But now for the wheels, we need something we haven't made yet. Wait, hold on. Where are those wheels? They are in here. Yeah, we need the ceramic components. That needs quartz. Quartz is a little rare. This quartz over here we're going to use for our electronics, so the circuit boards and the computers. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to put some more radars down so I can find more stuff. Anyway, need a couple more computers. So those are queued up and we're almost done. Now let's see what we need for the better oxygen. We need 2 of the standard tanks. I've got 1 and I can make another. Good. So if I unequip this one and go back in here, I should be able to make the big one. Yes. Super, that's made. I can equip that. Now I can stay outside longer. I have a bunch of rotors, so that won't be a problem. I have a bunch of iron beams, got circuit boards, got the 2 computers to make 2 assemblers. Awesome. We're almost ready to go. And material analyzer, the next thing we need to do is find graphene. Or we can... Yeah, we can't get coal because we haven't terraformed this place to the point where we can get trees yet. So graphene would be the next best option. And I suppose a really hot place like that would be a good place for it. Okay, let's head out there. And it's just a short trip over the lava. And we'll just park over here and get out. Still very high temperatures here, eh? How's our power situation looking? Yeah, that's all right. So let's hop out of here. That's cobalt. We don't need it. The copper we may need. The 2 iron nodes, yes. So we're going to start with that. Let's plan... Oh, is that osmium? I think I found an osmium node. I believe it is, yeah. Don't see any graphene around here, though. And I still have to check this place out for caves. I'm sure there will be some. Okay, let's start with this. Wait a minute. What is that? Ruby. Ooh. Okay, so we've got ruby on the ground. We also have phosphorus. Yep, large phosphate rocks. And there's gold ore on the ground, and there's osmium ore on the ground. More phosphorus up over there. Okay, let's put a miner down over here. And then we're going to split the output. In fact, we're just going to split it 2 ways, so we might as well just use this one. Oh no, we're not going to split this. No, we're not. Well, we are. Yeah, no, actually we are. We'll maximize production a little bit. So we can put that in, and then I think we only need 2 forges. So let's do this, and we can get the belts in like that. Now these do 60 per minute. Ah, okay. And this does 120. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. And I can do the same thing over here. So miner. Yeah, I didn't need that. That's fine. On this one, I'll put the conveyor splitter in over there. It's enough space for a belt. Check that it works. Yep. Now this is a much neater setup. So we put one on that line and one on that line, and they don't seem to be very good. Let's see. Yep, that's symmetrical. Then we're going to need a merger. Oh no, those are way off. So we'll get a merger in over here, try and center it a bit. We'll put a merger in over here, get that sort of centered. Belts and belts. And then we will need 2 parts producers. So we can put the first one in line with this output, and the second one we'll put about there. This belt into that one into that one, and then we need a manufacturer. We can do this, get that somewhat centered. Belt these into there. So this one needs to be set to make iron plates. This one can be set to make iron rods, and we are a for away. This will be the iron beams. So that is done. Now we need to set up the rotors. And this place is still super hot, and I don't think we connected to the full grid. No, we're not. I need to put something on this little piece that's sticking out over here. Anyway, just so that I'm working closer to things, I am going to put a little living compartment right over here. And then I can work my way over to that. All right, good. And now that I'm safely in this container, I think I'll drop these geothermal units down over here in a line. Try and get this place sort of cooled down. And while I'm out here, I collect some ruby. And that's unlocked a whole bunch of things. Actually, I didn't want the osmium, I want the ruby. Not a lot of it, but it's a start. Ooh, wait, what do we have here? Can't reach it. Let me go and check. Oh wait, there's some more ruby. I'm going to take a chance. Let me grab some food. I'm going to run up here and see what those were. It's just osmium. There's coal. Oh, there's some coal here and some more ruby. I don't know how much coal I needed. Okay, I'm taking damage. Let me get back. Oh, there was coal right here. Gotta keep those eyes open. Alright, safe and sound. Now I do need to make a rubber band facility. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. And I'm going to start them over there. And I'm just going to do 4 again. I mean, I could do 5, but 4's good. Get the water pumps in and sort out their pipes. Oh dear. What happened? I have to rebuild that one because I didn't place it correctly. And that means I probably didn't place some of the others correctly. Let's get that in. Yep, this one's not going to work. But now it works. That one works fine. And this one, yeah, that works. We'll do exactly the same as what we did before, except I'm going to change the layout a little bit. So we need the parts producers. That can go there and that can go there. And then we'll grab the belts like that. And hopefully I have positioned it so that I have enough space for a merger. That's going to be pretty tight. Okay, so let's turn the merger. We've got space out this way now a little bit. I'm actually going to need another assembler. Well, belt that in there and that in there. And then parts producer. And this one is going to be lined up differently as well. It's a bit of a mess. I don't know if a belt is going to reach in. Yep, it does. Okay, it doesn't look great, but it's there. And then we're going to have to wind a belt around because I positioned this whole thing very badly. Let's see, where can I put this merger? Yeah, we'll just do it like that. And then there's going to need to be another merger over here. So that's fine, and that can go in there. And this one, oh, wow, these belts are going to be, no, they're going to be terrible. I need to bring this merger over. So let's try again. Yeah, anyway, I do it now. I'm trying to keep away from here, so kind of mess things up a little. Go from there and into all the way to there, and then try and swing around. Too tight. Darn, doesn't matter which way I go, it's still going to look bad. Oh well, it's going to look bad. And then I can go and set all of these recipes. And that's the rubber. So now, belts into this merger. And what is this? This is just a large rock deposit, so I'm going to get rid of that. Parts producer, what am I missing? Iron beams. Funny, the thing I'm just making. Right, well, let's put an assembler in here. An assembly bench. And we'll make some iron beams. And while I'm in here, I'm going to need another computer, so let's do that as well. And that's all done. Oh, yeah, I don't need to go out. And just send my drone. So, parts producer in there, belt into it, recipe, rubber belts, and that started to produce. Now, the next step is to get that into a machine with some copper. Hold on a second. Let's just go and have a look at our crafting guide. Just be sure that I know the recipe. It's cable. Right. So let's set up the miner to point backwards like that. We're going to need a forge. Oh, I'm going to mess this up. I haven't left enough space. I'm going to turn it around and we'll point it in this direction. I didn't want to get in the way of the phosphorus, but oh, so be it. Now, I think we only need one forge for this, and I'm going to bring that forge around about there. Plug that in. In the meantime, I'm also going to put this miner down on the phosphate rock. And we've just unlocked fertilizer and catalytic converter. And we need a parts producer that will go in that direction. Belt that into there. Set this recipe to be cable. And then we'll need one assembler. And go there. Plug that in there. And that into there. Set this recipe to be rotors. Good. The rotors are automated. And they are starting to produce. Very, very good. So, we have iron beams, rotors, and a bit of phosphate rock. Now, I need 30 graphene or 30 coal to be able to do this next level. That's going to unlock the T2 conveyors. Pretty cool. Then we need amethyst before we need ruby, but I'm going to collect some ruby anyway. Let's see if we can fly low and find a bit more coal. No, not really. That's all right. So I'm going to put another warehouse down. I'm not putting down T2s yet, which is probably a bad thing. But I do want to get these items into storage. There's no nodes further out that way. No, nothing I can see. So let's belt this in to there. We'll pull this one out. And we're going to head it. I think it's about right. Oh, nope. I messed that up. Try that again. Get that into the port. It's not snapping because I'm too far away. Funny, the other one snapped though. Alright, let's do this quickly before I die. So that goes in there. And then we're going to bring this belt out. Get a nice 90 there. Oh, that's... messed this up. Can I squeeze a belt underneath? Probably not, no. Oh, well. I should eat before I die. I'm going to make a couple of asphalt blocks. Elevate this belt a little. Okay, so that will hopefully work. I can get it to line up. Right, just there. Bring it over to that one. And then swing this one down. And that looks like the spot. And in we go. Okay, so we are getting phosphate rock. Not sure if we need it, but we're getting it. Alright, let's get into a safe zone. Now, I think what I might do, there seems to be a fair bit of coal up on the mountains over there. So let's go and do this because we need to unlock the carbon extractor. Anyway, that whatever it's called. Alright, so we'll go over slowly and see if we can spot anything good. And it looks like there's more ruby up here, so I'm going to stop for that. Nice gentle landing. Gathering a nice amount of ruby, but oh, there's some coal. That's iron ore. No. Osmium. Nope. I think I see some down over here. This is going to be super hot. Yep, it is, but there's coal. and ruby. Yeah, this coal is really spread out. Kind of tough to find. Oh, there's some more ruby. I'm sure there's a place close by that is loaded with coal. And now it's dark. So that's going to make it a little challenging. Let's sit down over here and maybe there's some coal. Yes, a bit. And this is a bit of a friendlier time to be doing this. I'm still on the hunt. I think I need another 10 coal. And I see ruby here. So maybe we get lucky and find a whole bunch of coal. Yep, looks like it. And I'm going to collect the ruby while I'm finding it, because we're going to need to analyze that at some point. And I think that's the last piece of coal that I need. And I'm taking a bit of strain from the heat. So yeah, and I'm quite far away. So let's run back. Actually, let me eat something. Get that sorted out. And I think we're good with everything here. Let's hop in and have a look at what we've collected. So we've got like 54 ruby ore, and we've got a bunch of coal. Excellent. Let's go home and sort things out. This place is pretty spectacular at night with the lava and a good landing. Right, so material analyzer. Let's analyze the coal. What do you mean not enough graphene? No, we don't need graphene. We just need a carbon-based material, and coal is a good replacement for graphene. And we've unlocked the conveyor V2. Carbon refiner, awesome. Cooling module, that is super important. And the rover, which is less important. Now I think there's a problem on the other side. Those rotors don't seem to be going into that warehouse. Let's put down, can we build a carbon refiner? Yes, we can. Put that down, and that unlocks advanced filters, carbon nanotubes, reinforced frames, a large window. Cool. We have the stuff we need for it, but it doesn't look like we are getting rotors into that warehouse. Yeah, it's staying at 36, and that's what's in my inventory. Iron beams are going in without a problem. What is the next thing we need to analyze anyway? Oh, gold ore. Well, just so happens. Wait, do I need to have that on me? Probably, huh? So let's analyze the... Oh, I need 60. Well, do I have 60? Oh, no, a little short. Yeah, I'm like 14 gold short. All right, well, we'll have to pop out and go and get some. So we'll drop all of this stuff off that we don't need to be carrying with us. I'm going to have to get a trash bin, because things like copper ore I definitely don't want to keep on me. Now, in order to be able to find the graphene, I will need to make myself another tool, and that is this one. Okay, so we need microscope, need a controller. Controller's pretty easy. Just go and do that. I need 2 sensor arrays, a microscope, and that's everything I need for the rock deposit scanner. So that is done. And I'm going to need to change things around a little bit. We're going to put that into position 2. Can we? And if I do a scan, I've got graphene deposits 4. Hold on. We've got graphene deposits in range. Where? That's phosphorus. Oh, wait. Which one is graphene? Graphene is going to be a little difficult to see. I know there are 4 of them somewhere. Oh, it looks like there's a cave over here. Very close to home. Man, it did say 4 graphene deposits, and I'm not seeing them anywhere. Right, guys, it's a scam. There's no graphene deposits that I can see. I'm going to do that again. Yeah, it definitely says there's 4 graphene deposits. Now, the basalt is... Some places it's difficult to see it, but now the graphene is a similar color. And I mean, it called those graphene deposits very quickly, so I assume they must be close by. Nah, I'm not seeing them. Alright, well, I'm sure they'll show up at some point. But I need to take a flight back. Let's sort out my food. Need to go and see why those rotors aren't going into the warehouse. So let's head over that way. Oh, maybe this belt just didn't... It didn't. Oh my word, that's so bad. So let's do that. Now we'll have rotors. And let's connect up our grid. So I need to go down here and put a power supply thing. Ooh, this is going to be really hot. 102 degrees, my gosh. So if we put that there, and then look at the map. Oh, it just didn't reach. Okay, so I need to go over that way and do another one. Just over on this side. And we'll park in the shade. I'll just put 2 down, and then look at the map, and yeah, our power grids are all connected. Very good. Total in network 647, and our demand is about 500. I really do want to get the tech plant sorted out, so let's go over the hill, and if I hit the map, I want to go... Oh, we don't need to go over the hill, it's over here. Right in front of us. And I'm missing an opportunity to get graphene. Okay, so it's pretty hot here. But I think this is probably where we're going to do it. All right, and I'm taking damage from the... Gosh, I need to spam some more of these down. I don't think it's going to help in this area. And I am going to die if I don't get in my ship. So, food is filled up again. It's really, really hot out here. And I don't have steel yet. So let me, I'm going to hop out very quickly, put an analysis radar down, and, oh, it's cooled down. Oh, thank you guys. It's still very hot. Then I'll do the scan, and there's graphene scanned here as well. It's a little far away from here, but it's somewhere. Is this a bug where the graphene is just not showing up? Well, we have a large quartz deposit. I think I'm going to head over there. Hopefully I have everything that I need. We'll head up over the mountain, just... wrong way. I'm going to this one. So yeah, we'll shoot the crack and we are going in that direction. Now there's probably a bunch of caves that I'm missing because I haven't really been looking for them. And it should be fairly close by. Yeah, it's... oh wow, that's a terrible spot. It's almost as bad as the gold. Okay, settle now. There. Alright, extreme temperatures again. Where is that deposit? Holy cow. Right over there. Alright, I know I'm taking damage. Let's see if we can get this area a little bit cooled down. Oh, hell. Alright, that was pretty close. I'm going through food like crazy. Thing is, I can't even build out here. So like if I decided that somewhere up here I wanted to put myself a little living compartment, I think it would probably just blow up. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, well that's badly placed. And the temperature has been a little bit regulated. Good. Alright, well, now I could do this. And that's a little bit better. So, hop in here. And let's see how we're going to do this. This is just a very simple facility. We are just going to be making ceramics. So, one miner, one forge, which I'll put over there because it seems like it's around about a similar height. Plug that in there. Set this recipe to be silica. And then... the more tricky one is we need a refiner. Oh, that's not going to be too bad, I think. Oh, I missed the point. Is this, again, because I'm too far away? Maybe not. So we will put a hub in over here. Water and water there. Oof, that's going to be a steep one. Plug that in. Oh, it's not letting me plug it in. Nope, I think it's a distance thing. So, I'm going to need to get a bit closer. And we can do this quickly. So that into there, that plugged in, and we are A4 away, and I need a warehouse. So simple tier 1, there's nothing else that I really want to do here, and I can toss that in and set this recipe to be ceramics, and that is ceramics getting done. There they are. Good. Nothing else I need to do over here. Oh look, ruby. I do need to pop over to where I'm mining gold, and that also needs to be connected into the grid. So let's head over that way. Oh, this map is unreal. So this is our gold, right? And I just really need to pick up a little bit of gold ore. Come on, let me land. There we go. It's a bit shaky, but it's okay. I'm not going to be here for that long. So we'll grab a couple of stacks of gold ore and then we can shoot. Temperature's not too bad here anymore. And we come in for the gentlest landing. Oh, no, it wasn't that gentle. Just need to pick up one more stack of gold and we can analyze. And that is going to unlock the alloy forge. Aha. Vehicle charge panel. Vehicle hangar. Oh, there's a whole bunch of vehicle stuff. But the alloy forge, that is going to get built if I can. I need plated connectors and gold wiring. I think I could probably... oh, you know what? I didn't plug in copper ingots. Nope. Another quick trip out. And we're going to head over to this area. Because there is another copper node somewhere out here. There it is. Okay, so let's set her down over here, get out, burn ourselves. I'll use my drone, put that in, get the forge in. Oh, I'm off at an angle now, so that's okay. Now we need to bring this around. We'll do it that way, and now I'm close enough that I can hop into my container, I think, and pull this one. We'll just alt to make it straight. We'll go to there, do a slight bend, bring this over, and I'm not going to reach... oh, I am. Good. So, copper ingots will be going in right now. Good. While I'm out here, We put down analysis radar. We can't do this one yet. Well, it's close. We need 2 sensor arrays. Now, where did I have? I think I had the assembly machine in the other box. So I'll make some gold wiring and then 2 sensor arrays. Those are done. So let's put down that big radar and we'll put it close to the other container. Somewhere over here. There we go. Now this says that it uses a sample to find large ore deposits planet-wide with low accuracy. Oh, do I have to put something into this? Ah, okay. So if I was looking for graphene, yeah, I need to find graphene first. Or is it just going to look for it? Yeah, I actually need to put a sample in. Oh, that's just wrong. All right, well, let's do one of these scans as well and see what we find. Oh, lots of phosphorus, no graphene. Okay, so we're out of here then. We have everything we need over here. So, back home. Yeah, I do like flying this thing. It's really cool. Ooh, what the heck. All right, so it was the alloy forge that we wanted to make, and that needed the 10 plated connectors and 4 gold wiring. Did I use up all my gold wiring? It looks like I did. So we'll get 4 of those and 10 plated connectors. Good, those are done. Now I can build the alloy forge, which is this guy, and that's going to unlock the railways. Good, we've got the double railway track, and there's the steel alloy, the osmium alloy, and the floor panels. There were other alloys, I'm sure. Freight cars. So all the rail stuff is being unlocked. And there's the loco and the train station. Cool. Let's go see the recipe. Actually, I'm going to break this down. I don't need it here. This is not where it's going to be located. So if we go into our crafting guide, steel alloy needs graphene. Or coal, but yeah, we can't really do coal. But graphene. If I did another scan over here, I'm still picking up those 4 graphene deposits. But where? They obviously weren't in range of this area. So they're on this side somewhere. Oh boy, I didn't put enough power into this area to do where I'm doing the ceramics. Alright, I'll have to pop back there. I really, really need to find that graphene. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just... Oh my gosh, there it is. There's 2 up here and another 2 next to them. Oh man, that's right next to the base. And maybe I have a little area down here that I can work with that. I also have an iron deposit that I'm not using over here. That could work if I brought that through there and these down. I could do all my carbon fiber stuff, my advanced filters, and my steel all in one area. All right, cool. Well, I think that is going to be for another day because, man, okay, go to the map. Yeah, I don't know if I wasn't seeing them before. I did restart to see if I'd see them. I'm not sure that I saw these before. But if we look, they are in that direction, like up on the top of the hill or something. So we could belt all of that graphene down. That will be very cool. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I do enjoy this game. New challenges and remembering things that I forgot from the last playthrough. But I think in the next episode, yeah, we're going to hit the graphene pretty hard. We did quite a lot in this episode. We got lots of stuff unlocked, and we've automated most of the basic assembly stuff. So yeah, we haven't got, just because we haven't been able to get into that area, we don't really have the circuit boards or the computers. Otherwise, yeah, we should probably do the antenna as well. We're going to need a lot of those because of the sensor arrays, but we'll have to set up a sensor array facility. We're going to need a lot more of those. But yeah, catalytic converters, the reinforced frames, and where are those advanced filters? They are somewhere around. There they are. That also uses carbon fiber. Carbon fiber and iron beams. Really? I don't remember it being that expensive. Has this recipe changed? Yes, it has changed. Because now it has to be done in an assembly machine. Oh, okay, so they've made that a little more difficult. No, wait, hang on, what am I looking at? No, there it is, sorry. Carbon refiner, yes, it only uses graphene. Alright, I've got a little bit of a fright there. And then, of course, we've got the steel alloy, we've got the osmium alloy, a couple more to unlock eventually, but we'll get there. Anyway, I thank you very much for joining me, and until the next time, cheers!